Hi gang, Chalice here. Welcome back, and welcome back to me. First it's stardate 44393.1855, otherwise known as July 16th, 2021 at approximately 6:55 p.m. Eastern Time. So welcome, and welcome back. The YouTube just gave me a full-fledged strike on my channel, so strike one, and which means I could not upload any videos. If I were smart, I would have recorded a bunch of them and then loaded them, get them ready to load, but I'm not that smart. I know a lot of stuff, but kind of thought of it, but a lot of other things to do. So sorry, but hopefully I'll get this one up fairly quickly. It might be a little shorter than usual, but anyway, yes, censorship by YouTube, and there is really no other way to say it. It's censorship, not allowing me to speak, or you know, if you say something they don't like, they take it down and prevent you from uploading anymore. What is that? I mean, that is censorship. And of course you might say, well, they're a private company, they can do that, but how private are they really? If you're taking funding from the federal government, if you're taking orders from the government, as you may or may not know, it's out there now, and they've come out of the government has come out of the closet and said, yes, they're monitoring stuff, and if they're telling you now, that means they've been doing it for a long, long time. They just got caught. So in order to mitigate some of the consequences, they'll just come right on out with it, and so that's what I think they're doing now, including monitoring your texts. So if you're online, anything that happens online is monitored. So to say that YouTube is private is not really true. You're taking money from the government, you're taking instructions from the government, or you're following government orders. So you forfeit your privacy, and you forfeit your claim to privacy, to be treated as a private entity. That's all forfeited. So that means that yes, if you say something YouTube doesn't like and they take you down, that is by definition censorship. And the irony is that you know, we all know about the horrors of censorship back in the 60s and maybe early 70s. I wasn't around then, so I really don't know firsthand, but you hear people talk, you hear entertainers talk about it. Oh crap, I just forgot his name. One of the two, it's not Rowan and Martin's Laughing, although they had difficulties with censors too, but there was another two guys, the Smothers Brothers. Yeah, the blonde Smother. He was battling all the time the censors, the CBS censors. So, and then now regular people are battling social media censors. So, and that's the irony. We think, well, we've overcome that, we've evolved, we've improved, we've grown ourselves. Yet here we are still censoring, and more insidious. At least back then, it was well known. Everybody knew whatever was going to go out on the airwaves was going to be censored first. I mean, that was just known. Here, they try to hide it and saying, oh, well, no, it's not censorship. They're a private company. They can do whatever they can put things up, take things down, whatever they want. It's still censorship. So, private or not, it's still censorship. Whether we have rights against it or cause of action against them is another matter. We could, and there has been at least one cause of action presented. So, and there may be more we just don't know, because why? And they don't want you to know about it. So, yeah, another form of censorship. If it's, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, right? Well, that doesn't really apply anymore, not even in the courtroom. Basically just empty words, because you go up. It depends, depending on who it is and what you say. You can, every word you say can be a lie. You can spew lies every day, all day long, day and night, and no issue. But if you're on the other side, or if you're not part of the in group, you can sprout the truth with documentation and backup. And guess what? You get persecuted, basically. Yes, persecuted, not prosecute. And they're trying to prosecute too, and they try to do that. But the point is, here we are in this age. We're in an age of censorship, far more insidious and far more devastating than it was when we complained about the censorship back in the 60s. So, have we really improved? Have we evolved any at all? I mean, yes, we can say we have all this technology, and what they did in Star Trek now, Star Trek then, I mean, anybody in the world can do now, and all the, you know, the spy movies, the fancy tech where you can do things on your watch, right? And they're doing all that now. They can have a phone on your watch, and science fiction in the 60s is science fact in the 2000s. So, is that an improvement? Not necessarily. It's just we've grown some technology, but as a race, as a species, have we actually improved and matured? The jury's still out on that one, such as it is. Looking around, it's hard to justify any improvement. So, but I did want to come back and I think this will be short and let you know. For now, I'm back, and please stick with me. I'm not letting go. YouTube is you know, doing funky things, and wait till I get to some other stuff, because I'll tell you a secret. I bought a handgun, and I'm gonna bring it out next week. I don't know if you heard that or not, but maybe it'll be too low for YouTube to hear it. But yes, but we'll see. There are a number of other YouTube videos on the same subject. So when I do that, it should be okay. So anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for joining me. Remember, whatever you think, and then whatever is being told, there really is censorship. There is just no doubt that there's censorship. To take somebody's account, to prevent them from accessing or using their account as was intended, a form of censorship is still censorship. So and only because of the things that were said, not because of any action, not because there was any griefing or anything. Well, griefing is a good word. Any abusiveness to the service at all? None of that. Just saying and showing things that they didn't want you to show. So and then out you go. That's censorship, and it's worse now because it has a real life effect. Because you couldn't, back in the 60s, if you couldn't say ass and some other words, it's funny, you could say boob, but you couldn't say, probably could say breast, I don't know, couldn't say tit. Oops, sorry. But you know, those were just words. So, but now, this is more than words. This is lifestyle. This is life and death. Literally, life and death. So, thank you for watching. Please share. We get more subscribers, we get more watchers, and then spread it around a little more. And when you're trying to say what the truth is, thinking of the truth, as always, stay courageous.